Is there room on the inside? Well, I've just made some room. Wheel banging again, hopping over the rumble strips. This is wild. Loeb's joined the party. He's like, look, that looks fun. I'm Dom wobbling back up the inside of Munich. Words are not happening. Loeb's back up the inside again. We're crashing into Loeb. He's bouncing off the wall. This is like a game of burnout pinball. Hello gamers and welcome back to the Armbar Arcade. It's AJ back at you once again as we return to Dirt 4 for more career mode action. And today we begin the quest towards the big one. This is, as they say, it's the one I think you've all been waiting for. It's the one I've been waiting for. The FIA World Rallycross Championship. The biggest and most prestigious licensed series in this game. 5 rounds. 6 races per round, not just 2. We've got a full rounds of qualifying in these ones across 5 rounds of action. This is going to be our toughest challenge yet. So, let's have a look at what car we're going to end up using. We've got plenty of offers from good teams as well. Peugeot Hansen Academy are a good team. WorldRX Team Austria, All In Munich Motorsport. It's weird, these are teams I've actually heard of. They're real teams, and they're very good. Peugeot Hansen, Sebastian Loeb drives for them. He's like the greatest rally driver of all time, or maybe one of them. I've just set off some arguments. But you know what? We've come all this way, pretty much, running our own cars. So, it's time to go back to the classifieds. It's time to thumb through the magazines for a car. We're going to do this the right way. We're going to do this, well, not the right way, our own way. It's our way, and it's probably going to be the highway. And, well, the Ford Focus RS-RX is available. That's my favourite World Rallycross car. Let's change up the paint a bit.
A few inches later.
Ah, that's better. See, this is the car that Ken Block's team runs in the World Rallycross Championship with Andreas Backerud and Ken Block himself. And he's known for his garish paint scheme, so I thought, why not change our one up to fit it more? So, that's exactly what we've done. So it's time to dive straight into round 1 at Montalegre in Portugal on a layout I've never driven before in this game. So this is going to be good. Now, the fact that there is, as you'll see there in the bottom left, the qualifying heats. There are 4 rounds of qualifying heats to go. These are basically qualifying races where there'll be 4 cars going at a time, and then your aggregate race time is put up on a big overall leaderboard, and at the end of the 4 rounds, the bottom 4 are eliminated, leaving 12 to go through and be split off into the 2 semi-finals and the finals, and then we proceed, as you've seen already in this series. So, well, some upgrading is going to happen, as you can see. It's a used car, but we've got a good enough team to be able to upgrade it all. So there we go, all up to Spec B. And look at it there. Look at our car. It looks great, doesn't it? The Armbar M Sport colours changed up a bit now to reflect our status as basically a Ken Block customer car. It's kind of what I'm playing at here. Cheers, Neil. Don't you fuck up the jokers again. I don't think we can afford any more of that. Oh God, here we go. Here it is. Those are actual real World Rallycross drivers up to our right. Oh God, it's time to get serious now, and it's time to bring the noise! That's a good start. Cheater in the Mini has got an even better start, so is Munich as well. In his own car, that is the Munich Motorsport Seat Leon. And we've just gone piling on straight into the Joker, Power Slide City. Power slides for days. And, well, that's that done, and we're lost. So, but we have got our Joker out of the way early. Similar strategy before, it seems to work for us so far. I don't see any reason to deviate from that strategy just yet. The format for these episodes will be, given that there's going to be 6 races per round instead of just 2, I'm going to basically do this 1 round at a time. I know that's going to make this championship basically extend out into 5 episodes effectively, but hey, this is the championship I've been looking forward to the most in this game. This is the... Ow! Oh my... Really? Well done there. Well, let's just... I know, let's clip the apex. No, let's fucking headbutt it. Well done. But we have still made a position up as Anton Markland, a name I recognise. This is weird. I actually recognise the names that I'm racing against, which means they're actually very, very good drivers. And I'm just some pleb who sort of rocked up pretending to be a top race driver. I'm like, hi, you may know me as that guy who won the Group B Rallycross Championship despite taking 5 attempts at Lowiak. Although we don't talk about that. And let's see if we can get the final few corners done a bit better this time. Mostly, we'll take that. We'll take that. Spotted Delta currently has us down as finishing 3rd. I think we can do better than that. But, yeah, I know it'll... Doing 1 episode per round, 1 round per episode will extend the series a bit, but this has been the championship I've been looking forward to the most. Rallycross was the thing I love the most about Dirt Rally. Rallycross is the thing I love the most about this game. So, hey, you know what? If we focus on that, and then hopefully we'll still have time to do some episodes doing maybe Land Rush or some more rallying at the end of the series. We are gaining on Chichiri here, as James May would say. Gaining. I tell you what, these final few corners are so natty. Oops. I've collapsed the wall again. Please don't have a puncher. Chitridge is slowing here. He's going into the Joker. That should mean we get second place. There's Munich coming out of the Joker. Can we make a late dash for the win here? Now, how this thing works is that, you know, the individual result will happen in this heat, and then our race times will go onto an overall leaderboard, and we'll be ranked and get points there, and then they'll be totaled up across 4... I'm just wiping out some bollards over here, don't mind me. They'll go onto an overall leaderboard. You'll kind of see how it works out as we get to the end of this race. We've got 3 corners to go, and it looks like we're going to finish second in our first ever World Rallycross race, which I'm happy with that, to be honest. And we haven't crashed at the final... Well, we nearly crashed, but that's okay. We finished second in our opening race. I am very happy with that, Neil. Thank you. Very happy with the fact you didn't miscount the number of Jokers. And we finished 6th overall then in the first heat. So there we go. We finished second in our heat. You see, we're in Group D there, but our overall race time put us 6th overall on the board. And then, you know, there's the first round, so we get 38 points for that. The winner, Janis Baumanis, gets 50, and then they're totaled up across the 4 rounds of qualifying. So now we're into Q2, which means we will now be in a different heat, because obviously they reshuffle them based on the order they were coming. There you go. So now we're in Heat B. We're in Group B, not Group D anymore. So now we're in with slightly better, in theory, opponents. So, no pressure or anything. Starting off hot here, but our car looks good. I love the Ford Focus RSRX. It looks great. And, looks good in our colours, now that we've mixed it up with a kind of postmodern, Tracy Emin, I don't know, sort of... It looks very Ken Blocky. It's very Ken Blocky. Blocky, Mega Blocks, and away we go! Munich is in our heat as well, look at him there. Oh, he's actually trying to force us over. And off to our left is 10 million times World Rally Champion Sebastian Loeb. Now, that's very weird. I'm actually sharing the track with Sebastian Loeb, a genuine rally legend, and then there's me. This is like back in the old Colin McRae rally days when you'd actually be racing against Colin McRae himself, and you're like, what am I doing here? Well, we weren't the only ones to take the Joker that time, which is interesting. Timur Timizanov, that's it. Timur Timizanov has taken the Joker as well. This is a bit like when Nay talks to me about MMA. And he talks to me about UFC, and he always insists on pronouncing Joanna Jurajacek's name correctly, because no one else apparently can. So, you got Joanna Jurajacek and Timur Timizanov over here. Hope I'm not butchering those names too much. So Timizanov's going for a dive bomb on Loeb there. He's brave. And I'm just kind of watching at the moment, watching how the actual professional drivers do it. And then there's me sort of learning on the job, as I do, with this car that I've never tested before. Untested car, to point that out. Let's see if we can get a position here. Switch back up the inside. Nope, just head-butted bollard. Not a good way to overtake someone. And this final section here, starting in that corner there, and then they go left, then right, and then left. It's like a military drill. Left, right. It's all over the shop. We've got a good exit to the final corner. We're going to get the drag down the inside. Up the inside, we win the drag race to turn 1, and RuPaul is nowhere to be seen. Oh, bollocks. And then we completely cock up the first turn. Oh, but now we're back up the inside, maybe the outside. We're banging wheels, and Timizan's like, can you sod off? He's throwing the elbows. This is proper rallycross racing now. I'm off headbutting bollards again as we go. And let's see if we can get the position here. We're on that 3 or 4. We need to close up because we're still last overall. Like, even though the top 2 haven't jokered yet, we're so far behind because Timizanov is so slow that we are actually losing time here, so... I'm working on it, Neil. I'm trying. And she's going for the dive bomb here. Oh, well, let's see. Munich's going to come out in the lead, I think. No, he's not. Timizanov's out in the lead, and we're in 3rd. We're somehow ahead of Loeb, and now we're in the battle for the win in this heat. And we've just pile-driven Munich into that corner, and now he's dragging us out. Is there room on the inside? Well, I've just made some room. Wheel banging again, hopping over the rumble strips. This is wild. Loeb's joined the party. He's like, look, that looks fun. I'm Tom Bobbing back up the inside of Munich. Words are not happening. Loeb's back up the inside again. We're crashing into Loeb. He's bouncing off the wall. This is like a game of burnout pinball. This is all going off. It has officially gone off. And somehow, in all that mess, we come out of the washing machine in 3rd. Oh my God. Woo! That's what World Rallycross is about, folks. This is it. Oh, dearie me. And we somehow finished 5th in all that, so we improved 1 position from the first round. But, oh my God, that was breath of stuff. That final lap was absolute carnage on toast. My God. Oh, blimey Charlie. It's not very often you're playing car pinball with Sebastian Loeb. But, Rallycross is like that, I guess. This is why I say Rallycross is so fun as a sport. So I'm so happy to see it so represented in Dirt Rally and Dirt 4, and it fits into video games so well, as you can tell. These races that I'm running right now, it's not like in other games where, like, what would normally be like a 30 or 60 or 90 lap Grand Prix on like a 500 lap NASCAR race has been simulated down to like 20 laps or even 3 laps or 5 laps. This is how long the races are in real world Rallycross racing. So it's absolutely perfect for this medium. Anyway, I didn't catch what group we're in this time. Presumably the same one as last time, actually. And it's about the same lineup, I think, except that Markland and Kristofferson are in this one. Munich's in this one. Munich must be feeling like he can't fucking shake me off at this point. And I'm not going to start singing Taylor Swift, much to your joy. And we're not going to take the Joker this time. We're mixing it up. And instead we're going to spectacularly cock up the first turn and give away position to Johann Kristofferson. So that's really going to work well. And, oh God, now we're being spun. And now we've just been dumped off. We've been speared off. That is disgraceful. Well, maybe we've been rubbing people's noses the wrong way in the paddock. The rest of the pros are like, who the hell is this arsehole daring to try and wheel bang with Sebastian Loeb? One of us needs to teach him some respect. We need to earn the respect of the locker room, the paddock. And I think we just have. We have just been mugged off there, to be honest with you. But we've still got plenty of laps to come back, though. We're behind Markland, who has jokered already, so... I think Neil is advising us to Joker now, so much for not taking the Joker already. Oh, God. Hate it when it's like that, like at Hell as well. We've seen that earlier in this Complete series, where the Joker is on the outside of the first turn. Like, the first turn's a hairpin, and then the Joker is on the outside of that. So you get that horrible scenario where there's guys just flat out cutting people's noses off to make the Joker. Anyway, we have made the Joker. Let's see if we can get some positions out of this one. This is looking like a pretty shite heat. But the thing is, at this point, what's nice is that even though we're last in this heat, we've still got to focus and still got to push on, because our race time is going to go on the overall leaderboard. So we've still got to make sure we finish and finish well. So there's no just giving up here because we're miles behind in last. We're trying to hunt down Markland here. He has already jokered. And we are so bad at the first turn. We are so bad. Where are we going? Jesus Christ, this isn't Driver San Francisco. Oh my God. I like the driver games when I was younger. I'm driving like them. Except that's not, believe it or not, power slides are cool and all. They're not actually the best way to drive a World Rallycross car. We are now finding the best way. We're up the inside of Markland. Oh, yeah. Oops. Sorry. No, that's fine. That's a pass. That counts in Rallycross. That'll be a shite attempt at a pass in F1. But in Rallycross, that is fine. We are okay. So, I think the 2 leaders, the 2 leaders have jokered already, and they are miles in front. So, we just got to focus on our own pace, and we just got to peel the tyres. Oh my God, where are we going? This is like becoming like one of those cone challenges from Driver. That knock all the cones down in a straight line. Oh my God. Wow. Anyway, so I think we're going to finish third in this heat. Our worst... No, we finished third in the last one, but a lot more of a boring third this time. We're kind of on our own. I think Kristofferson put paid to that. But hopefully still a good result. We'll see where we are when we come across the line, which we have. It's 38. Not a good run, I don't think.
Happy with that.
Well, Neil's happy with it. He's good. Maybe he's our cheerleader. He's like, yeah, come on, man. Don't beat yourself up. We're good. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. We were only 12th in that heat. That is bad. But luckily, thanks to our points in the earlier rounds, we are still in 8th. But we got a little bit of concern going into the final round. Bearing in mind, as you can see there, we're only 4 positions above the drop zone, which is just below Kevin Hansen as it stands. Everything below 12th place, including Andreas Backerud. My goodness me, in our sister car, in the factory official version of our car, is in the drop zone as it stands. So, and Petter Solberg's in this group as well. Just for context, Petter Solberg, I think, even to this day, might be the only World Rallycross champion ever, because in the current form, it's been running since 2014. And I think someone else may have won it. I think Timmy Hansen may have won it last year, I'm not sure. But he is a 2-time, at least, World Rallycross champion. So we got to make sure we get a good run here, because that drop zone is just kind of over our shoulder.
Get ready.
And yeah, no, that's the world champion right there. There he is, number 1. And then there's us, number 00, charging off the line. And we are side by side, 3 wide with Baumanis and Chicherit. And we go piling onto the Joker. Oh, where am I going? Yeah, I meant to do that. Lovely. There we go. I'm waging a war against bollards in this episode. This is all absolute bollards. Oh my God. Never mind the bollards. Here's Armbar Import. And obscure punk references done. We need to hunt down the field here. But we've returned to our early strategy. not taking the Joker on the first lap and trying to battle for the lead was not a good idea. I don't know why I thought it was. And I love the fact I spent so much time banging on about the new livery, and you can't see it. Can't see it at all. Chitrit's taking the Joker now in the Mini, and I'm fitting to join him, even though I'm taking the normal route. But we are up to third, though. Solberg and Baumanis are quite far up the road. Let's see if we can hunt them down. They've still got the Joker as well, so we might have a chance here. In fact, our spotted prediction in the top right has us down as in second on aggregated lap times at the moment. So let's see if we can hunt them down. We can. It's just this bit of the I think the first corner I'm terrible at. The middle sector I'm okay, and then everything from that corner on through to those chicanes I'm dreadful again at. Although I don't think I've seen me cut a 35-second lap so far in this entire episode. So well, that was my slightly improved attempt at the first turn. Slightly improved? I don't think it was an improvement, actually. It was slightly less tail happy, slightly less rubbish ready, but I just headbutted a bollard instead. Like that. Like that. Look, if you're going to put up a load of bollards on the inside of the corners, can you really expect me not to hit them? Really? Is that really like an unfair request? Anyway, we're still at second on aggregate, and I think now we're coming across the line. Final lap. This is the final lap. And they're both going to have to go straight on and Joker here. So here's our chance. Power slide! And we're in the lead. Oh my goodness, we're in the lead. Look at this. Oh my god. And now Baumanis is literally breathing down. I can actually hear the turbo whistle. Oh god, they're right there. Oh no. Oh god, this is squeaky bum time now. Oh god. Baumanis is dive bombing the shit out of us. Come on. Oh, protect, part the bus. Protect the inside. Oh, he says, get out of the way, you noob. Alas, we shall not be moved. We're going to come across the line and win our first race in the World Rallycross Championship. Look how close it was to the line. Can you not nerf? You got to crash into me after the checkered flag. Really? That was a bit like throwing some punches after the round has ended. Really? Can we get the refs to investigate that? And in the end, we won the heat, and, well, we won our group, and we have finished 5th in the heat overall, which means we are 7th overall at the end of qualifying. That's not too bad. As the fact we're through, that's all I was focusing on. Petter Solberg is out. Oh my days, that's big news. Bakkerud managed to sneak through, but Petter Solberg, the reigning world champion, and basically kind of the, do you remember in Need for Speed Pro Street when they had kings of every discipline? If there was a Rallycross king in that game, it would be Petter Solberg. He is out after qualifying. Well, this event just got more wide open than ever. Our sponsors are mostly happy for now. And we're going to roll off 4th in our semi-final. So, ooh, dearie me. This is all getting a bit tense now. I'm just happy I made the semi-finals, to be honest with you. Like, this is still on maximum difficulty at the moment. So, it was tricky enough at times in the Group B Rallycross Cup. I was not sure what to expect. But it's weird. Even though it's not the same handling model as Dirt Rally, I think a lot of the fact I just ploughed so many hours into the Rallycross in Dirt Rally has set me up well for this. Anyway, here we go. It is time. We lurk on the outside of the second row. Not Marcus Gromholm, but his son lurks on the front row along with Kristofferson, the man who took us out in the heats. Do we seek revenge? Away we go, and Chitrit is shot out of a cannon at the start. Straight through the front row. We're just in behind Kristofferson. Now we're going to go up the middle, 3 wide. 3 wide is the first turn, except I trolled everyone, just fucked off into the Joker. Hey, there we go. I think Chitrit went with us in the Mini. Annihilates the ballers. Whoa, what the hell? Where did he come from? Chitrit, what are you doing, man? Oh my god, we're annihilating every bollard in the vicinity. What is going on? This is absolute pants on him, retarded stuff to start the semi-final. But after all that mayhem, we are out we're on 2nd on aggregate. I think that's the useful thing about taking the Joker on the first lap, where everyone else is so bundled up trying to battle and just bounce into each other and trying not to crash. I mean, look at this. Here we go. Right up on the... Where do we go here? We're trying to block in. Those are 2 teammates. We're up the inside of both of them. And that hasn't worked. And we haven't gained a spot at all. In fact, Chitrit's back there. Oh, now we're being boxed in. This is like a police PIT maneuver. Except I escaped the police. Fuck the police. Or in this case, fuck Christian Eriksson, Kevin Eriksson. And we've escaped the police trap. We're up to 3rd. It's still good so far. And the aggregate has us down as maybe up to maybe 3rd. So we're not far away. And now that we're mostly... I can just hear a load of turbo whistle, which means everyone's quite close behind. Slightly terrified to look behind me. It's fine. We've got a little bit of a gap. Now we have to focus on trying to chase down the front 2. We are in a qualifying spot as it stands. Remember, now we're into the same rules as you've seen already in this series. Semi-finals, top 3 advance. So we're in a qualifying spot. And we've already gapped Eriksson in that. We're already 3 seconds ahead. Where are we at this split? Let's have a look in the top right there. We're up 4 seconds. Just get wrecked, sons. Nicholas Gronholm there, the son of another rally legend, Marcus Gronholm. It's weird seeing like Gronholm and Solberg and Loeb in Rallycross now, because they're all the guys I grew up watching World Rally Championship stuff in, along with like McRae and Richard Burns and all that, sadly miss. But it's wild to see them in Rallycross now. Really good stuff, nonetheless. Regardless, now is no time for roasting spectacles, because the leaders are battling hard. That's Kristofferson and Nitish up ahead. And they're battling, maybe bringing me into play here. I'm going to have to be careful here. Not that this means a whole lot. I'm very comfortable where I am. But obviously, the finishing results in each semi-final go to where you qualify for the final. So it is still important. So if we can get up there, and of course, you know, winning a race, that's pretty damn cool, right? And we're actually closing right up. Nitish has had a terrible second half of the last lap there. We're up the inside. Looking to dive on Nitish. Yeah, no, we've just kind of mounted the rumble strip instead and humped the rumble strip instead. So let's reset, see if we can do something here. He's shut the door. He's in defense mode. He is on defense now. I've got him backing up into the defensive positions, as Mr. Dr. Thugonomics would say. Kristofferson's still ahead, and we are still predicted to potentially win this heat, actually. We're potentially about to win this semi-final. If we keep it together, these two in front have still got a joker. I'd forgotten about that for a second. So let's see. They're both going to go straight on here. And as long as we don't cock up the first corner so hard that our intestines burst, I don't know, which we haven't, we've done it all right. We're in the lead. We're leading our semi-final with half a lap to go. What is this madness? We've somehow hit a purple patch here. We won the last race of our qualifying heat. All bollards are dying. Oh God, here comes Kristofferson. He's not happy. He's not forgotten about us from the heats. Will he try and turn us around again? This time for the win itself. He's very close behind, but I don't think he's going to do it. We're going to win. Oops, we're going to crash, and we're going to win our semi-final. Hell yeah.
Race win.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I tell you what, honestly, this is far better than I was expecting. This is way better than I was expecting. On the hardest difficulty setting, the World Rallycross Championship, the pinnacle of this discipline in career mode. Oh my goodness. Well, the result for the other semi-final, Loeb just sneaks through. Backerud out. He's eliminated. Gronholm, Eriksson, and Chicheri eliminated from our semi-final, and we win, which means I think we're going to be on the front row. I think some poos just come out. Yes, we're pole. We're on the pole. We're on the pole, and some poos just come out. Immediately cuts to a shot of a very brown car. That's not what I meant, by the way. Right, time for a sip of Coke. Now, car, you've been far too good to me so far. The car is far better than me. I just need you to tell us one more time, and maybe we can get off to the dream start in FIA World Rallycross Championship competition. On the inside of the front row, look at that field. They are angry, poised, waiting to strike, including World Rally legend Sebastian Loeb. Here we go now, and we are on the way. Just keeping the line on the inside. Do we take the Joker? Yes, because everyone's broken, brazzard way too early. Yes, that's the word you settled on there, AJ, brazzard. And Munich's taking the Joker with us. We have got the Joker out of the way, that's fine. And as I said in the semi-final, look at them all. They're all tripping over themselves, trying to battle and go side by side. Meanwhile, we are basically regaining all the time we've lost in the Joker. Wow, especially as Nitish has just fucked off to Narnia at that corner. Meanwhile, I've got his teammate behind. So this is interesting. I mean, an all-Incal Munich Motorsport sandwich here. Nitish is in front, and team owner Rene Munich, of the name, is right behind me. So this is a little bit terrifying. Let's get out of this sandwich. This is not a sandwich I want to be a part of. In fact, he's gone off to do the Joker, so that's fine. We're in for third. Third ahead of Sebastian Loeb. Deary me. Small poo might be about to come out. I'm ahead of possibly the greatest rally driver of all time. Some complete noob who bought this car sight unseen off the internet and didn't test it at all before coming here. Ow! I've just been punted. I've just been punt kicked by Loeb. My God. He's don't tell me Loeb is the apex predator. Well, it's that time we're becoming the apex predator. Can we hunt the apex? No, we got the apex that time. We've got a chance to win this. Our spotter Delta still thinks we can win this. I believe it. We've got Baumanis and Kristofferson in front of us, still battling away. Kristofferson has been our main rival throughout this first round. Remember, painfully eliminated us from one of the qualifying heats, and then tried to battle with us in the semi-final. And I'm just noticing, by the way, if you just cut that sort of corner before the chicanes, I'll point it out on the next lap. If you brake really hard and clip right on the apex, it sets you up really nicely for the final few corners. Let's see if I've learnt my lesson at the first turn now. Sort of. Less wild. And I think we gained a little bit on Kristofferson that lap. So much so that we might actually be battling for second position here. This is wild. Somebody... Oh, God. Loeb's still there, though, just to keep my reality in check. Oh, God, he is there. And he is sniffing an opportunity at any point. He is poised to RKO me out of nowhere whenever he wants. Because he is Sebastian, the Apex Predator? I don't know. The Forest Predator. No, that sounds wrong. So, and I completely forgot to point out what turn I talked about. And anyway, oh God, what's happened to Baumanis? What the hell? We're going 3 wide down the front straight. We're in the lead. We're in the lead with 2 laps to go. What is this insanity? We're now being punted around the first turn by Kristofferson, who's heated that we're ahead of them again. But what the fuck happened to Baumanis? He just stopped out in the final corner. Kind of what happened to some of the guys in the Group B Cup. Just suddenly had a brain fart. I was like, what am I doing here? I don't know if he's car stalled or something. Oh God, Kristofferson. Right, this is the turn I'm talking about. If you try and tuck it in right there on the apex, you can kind of set up to almost straight. Almost. If you're me and don't mind smashing some bollards over, just straight line those final few corners. Right, last lap of the first round of the World Rallycross Championship, and I'm in the lead. Oh God, many poos are happening now, but my nearest rivals are now in the joke. Oh God, no, Loeb's still there. Loeb's still there. Shit. Right, through this section for the final time. Just be slow. My saving grace is that this bit of the track is very hard to pass on. I mean, I've passed there. Oh God, no, don't slip. Right, brake, come in, tuck in on the apex. Come on. Oh God, he's right there. But I don't think he's gonna have a chance to pass. I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna win on FIA World Rallycross debut. We are. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Loeb even drove past us. I think he even waved at us out the window there. A show of respect. A passing of the torch from the legend to the noob. Goodness me. Woo. I'll tell you what, I think I'm glad that I chose to make these now 1 Rallycross round per episode rather than 2. It means the episodes are half the length, so hopefully they're easier for you to watch. And they're easier for me to commentate on. But yeah, look at that. We're on the podium. And we are winning. We've beaten Loeb. Kristofferson in 3rd. Suck it. That is revenge for taking us out in the qualifying rounds. And our sponsors... How could our sponsors not be happy with that? Really? Repco, really? How can you be salty with that? I've won on debut in the work. Blimey, Charlie. Some people are very hard to please. So I've got fucking Vince McMahon out the back sponsoring our team. God forbid. Anyway, that will conclude the first round of the FIA World Rallycross Championship in this Dirt 4 career mode. We move on to a very wet lid next time out. And in the meantime, subscribe if you're new around here. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, and we'll see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.